Hey, welcome once again. Today I'll be unboxing a phone, and if you guessed Samsung S20 FE, that's FE Fan Edition, you're correct. I can't wait for us to get started. And if you've not subscribed, liked, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and share the video. Let's get to it. So it's time to open the box and see what we have inside. That's the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE 5G. The FE simply means Fans Edition. Well, we will find out why it's called the Fans Edition pretty soon. So let's start, and opening it is this beauty. Jeez. So you can see the Samsung Galaxy, quite silk phone actually, not so heavy. There's the white edition, lovely. And you can see this is about 190 grams with the AMOLED display. Let's see. The bezel, you have a very thin bezel, and you can see that it has a glass front, plastic back, aluminum frame, which gives it kind of a very rugged look, and I can't wait to power this. This device uses a nano SIM card as well as a micro SD memory card, just in case you want to expand the memory. Now you can see the beauty, the front camera with about 32 megapixel, and we have 12 megapixel at the back, so about 3 cameras at the back. We have a 12 megapixel and about 26 millimeter zoom. We also have the 12 megapixel ultra wide and the 8 megapixel telephotos. We have 32 megapixel front camera. So the many other packed functions, actually. We can say this is a flagship phone with a very low price. I think that's just a summary. You can't call it the middle end phone or the highest level of the middle end or the borderline between flagship and middle end phones. I think that's what we would call it. So you have about the Adreno 650 GPU processor in it, and this uses a Qualcomm processor. That's the CPU. Now let's find other things that we won't find in the box. There should be, okay, the pin to open. We've got the manual. I've not seen anybody reading this since I started boxing phones. People don't read this. Quick start guide. See you later. All right. Somehow we know the functions already. And are there other things in the box? Let's find out. Well, I know that the phone can take up to 25 watts charging, but as usual, what you will find inside is the, I'm only seeing the 9 volts charger, so it's not even up to 25 watts. This is in fact only a 15 watts charger. It's quite surprising. I expected more since the phone can handle 25 watts. I have a 15 watt charger that I can still use, and one more important thing is it has wireless charging function as well as reverse wireless charging function. That is, it can be charged and it can also charge other devices. I think that's a good thing regarding this model of phone. USB, good. A type C as usual. Nothing more, nothing really spectacular about what's in the box. What you will usually find is the charger, USB, and the phone. Well, perhaps if you want to read something, you can find a manual inside also to read. but for the phone, it's actually spectacular. At least we can start talking about the 190 grams weight. Apart from the 190 grams, you have the glass front, plastic back, aluminum frame with very thin bezel, front camera of about 32 megapixel, and the main cameras, you have the 12 megapixel wide, you have the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and the 8 megapixel telephoto. So you should expect a lot from this packed phone with features. If other things you might also notice will be you still have panorama view still functioning. You can shoot pictures or take pictures about 4K. That's about frame rate of 30-60 frames per second. You could also have 1080 at 30-60 frames per second with also gyro, EIS. So those are all the functions you could have. Aside that, the regular functions of regular phones, you still have the HDR features. So a lot you can do with the camera of this phone. You have about 128 gigabytes internal memory for the 6 gig RAM mobile phone. However, you have up to 256 gigabyte memory for the 8 gig RAM. It still has Wi-Fi from what the reviews have seen. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, GPS, yes. It also has the NFC, quite important, FM radio, but no infrared port. USB, you've seen that as Type-C. It has fingerprint sensor, it has accelerometer, gyro sensor, proximity, compass. A really packed phone with so much battery and life in it. Now, talking about the battery life, because I talked about the charger. Battery life, you still have about 4,500 milliamps per hour. So you can see fast charging can get up to 25 watts and reverse wireless charging of 4.5 watts. USB power delivery, that's 3.0, and that's also perfect for this device. I believe that you've seen a lot, and in our next video I hope to unbox or start this phone so that you can see how the boot section is like. They explore the frame rate and see all the functions that are really packed in this phone. I can't wait to explore it together with you. So join me in my next video to see how all the functions work. Thank you.